sample. And the rest of the team, so so if someone was dropped out because they were not working at the project, then you should not add their names. So it's up to you that if someone was not working at all, so not providing pizza for the team or I don't know, beer or whatever, but so it had nothing to do with the work, then you should, it's up to you, so you can drop them and they will not get the credit. So, okay, first thing what can be relevant for us in case of a case study, obviously in the first assignment we had this mission statement, so practically come here and in this case still some we can list some core competencies of the company, so leader, launch provider for the European market, long heritage, business. So what people of marketing would come up with ideas that how make the strategy more shinier, so things like this, and of course something about future, so we should partial rapid the key to cut. Yeah, lower cost would be nicer, but cut is more aggressive, so it's much better for marketing. So cut costs for cargoes. On low Earth orbit. Yeah, so something like this. It's practically that just I'm mentioning the orbit because it looks nicer, that it can go to geostationary or to Mars or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just this is usually where satellites are going to. So and this is where the mass is also way lower. So if you are sending a huge telecommunication satellites to a geostationary orbit when they are keeping fixed relatively to the Earth, so it's always pointing at the same place, they are some tonnage. We are talking about some 100 kilograms. So that's why. But it's just mostly marketing. It's not that relevant. Just I would like to provide a language check, which is necessary. Then after that, after we define that, okay, what are the key features, then we have to talk about problems. So problem summary, mostly we can copy everything from here, And obviously we have to shorten this up because these sentences are way too long to provide a nice presentation. So range cadence is low. Company has lost its price competitiveness due to lack of partial reusability of the first stage. So maintaining the same business model will result bankruptcy within 2 or 3 years. The company must develop a new launch vehicle with partial reusability. In mind, it's not necessary to keep it there, so we can shorten this thing. This is redundant, so we can add it, and also after that we can say that let's add the problems for assignment 2 as well. So we can also copy the problems from here. The company needs liquidity cushion to survive the first 2 years. This can be a number now. Liquidity cushion, maybe we can say that liquidity is needed. Okay, later on we can talk about the different options. Right now that we need cash desperately, and also due to increasing inflation we can expect increasing interest rates. So and costs can be expected. Okay, and the third assignment was about foreign exchange rates. So so we have to import engines, so foreign exchange exposure must be managed. So we have just a small number of problems, but they can be important. So next thing is the new platform. And let's go back to the first assignment, because here we can describe that, okay, what are the features here. In this case you can just add the table. But if you are adding any kind of table to presentation with numbers, you should always highlight what is important, which numbers are key, because managers, audience are always like this. So you should never just put here the numbers that, okay, I like this because it's good, but somehow we should highlight it why it's necessary to, especially because we have to spend some money on the development. So we should use this engine because it's reliable. It's already proven. Stability and cheap. Maybe I should use bullet points instead of... So we can point on these facts, and I don't want... Okay, next thing, we are using this kind of fuel because it's cheap. Cheap and easy to. We don't have to cool it down significantly, so the temperature is easy to manage. We don't need any kind of pressurized, specialized tanking system or anything like this, so it can be good. And so we don't need solid rocket boosters because using them due to their high costs. Okay, and oh, somehow I should highlight that why I'm doing this carbon fiber thing, because this is the main reason why I'm not cheap. Okay. Why am I doing this? Maybe because something was written here. Due to its durability, lightweight, and that's all. Okay, so we were able to highlight all the points here, and what is really important, that price. So unit cost is around this euros. This one. Which is still too expensive, but that's why it's a sample solution and not a real one. Okay, so yeah, and after that we could put the profit and loss statement directly into the analysis. Just it would look so stupid that so many different lines, and practically after that, so this is still the baseline scenario, that after that we start to stress test, okay, that what is happening here, what is happening there, if we are changing the interest rates, if we are changing exchange rates. So it's much better, I think, to see that how it reacts. So value and profits, values and profits reaction on interest rate stress is so let's see assignment 2, because in this case we can say that there were this So from conclusion we can work now, because we did all the analytic part previously, so now we don't have to provide these things, because practically this part was the same for everybody, so it doesn't matter. So this is homogeneous information that, okay, what is the interest rate for the lease contract, what is the interest rate condition for the worst case scenario. This is not a unique thing, but here we can see that profit for the year, maybe this is not the most recent version, because I know I added some modification after that, because I realized that I should check this one and that one, and after that, yeah, so I tested that, okay, but what happens if we are issuing shares, which was not the greatest idea, but okay, I worked on it a lot, so and I also tested inflation. Okay, that was, maybe I should not add inflation, but at least. Okay, I can close that one. And maybe we should add only this table here, because it provides us the reasons why this thing is changing a lot. So we can highlight that. So this is the worst case for interest rate trajectory for BBB rated companies, French. Companies. So we were able to trace that, okay, based on past data, if we are adding all the different premiums and the inflation data and so on, then this can be the worst case scenario based on data available since the 90s. So we can see that this is the most conservative approach. Even we can highlight it. Because in this case, management or the shareholders will be happy to see that, okay, we did the evaluation with all this concept in our mind, and after that we can see that, okay, profitability. What I forgot here, that okay, we had a new launch platform, just how many launches can we provide? This number can be important, because maybe because we don't have a graph for that one, so at least this thing yes, so we need the launch number. Okay. The new launch number, which is terrible, but also at the same time we know that okay, we don't need this anymore. But new first, okay, maybe these two things should be added, because in this case we can see that, okay, how the new first stage construction requirement will be reduced. So because somehow this is the core of the business strategy, that so that's why I should increase the size as well. We don't need title for that one. Launch number and first stages, because practically the gap between them, this is where we can increase our profitability. So let's add this object, yeah, and highlight it with red color. Yeah, no, I want to move this one. Yes. Please. So these recovered first stages will provide the profitability for the company. So this is how we can get money. So this is the whole added value of the strategy. Otherwise, if we would not able to provide this, then the company would have the same trajectory than before. So obviously, if I would be able to cut costs, then also launch number would increase. Just this is not the scenario, because my expensive carbon fiber body in the first stage, which is not the best idea from financial point of view, but it was shiny and I wanted to try it. So okay, profit for the year. So then we selected something here. So conclusion: funding should be made through bond issuance because it's cheaper and provides higher profitability for our business strategy. So let's put arrows. And also let's increase the font size because it will be much better visible. And also maybe we can highlight it also with red, because in this case we can see that, okay, we want to use this one. And yep, poor IPO was not visible. So in this case you can highlight that, okay, the company is reliable to make money, so you tested it, and also the value is somewhere in between the lease and the IPO. Practically the value is completely the same in both cases, but the value is bigger. So this was the original value, somewhere around here. So everything was, so this difference is the added value of the company. So again, we can use this. Not you. I'm so good in grabbing the other graphical elements. Oops. No. Maybe I'm using too much red, but at least in this case we can see that what is relevant. And so obviously you can use different color designs, just okay. It directs our attention. Cool. After that, fourth thing, foreign exchange exposure. I can save and close it now because I don't need it anymore. Also, first assignment can be also closed. Third is, so we have this import, yeah, and or maybe we don't need the text, just the table. That because we should provide some engine. It will provide much more streamlined user experience. Okay, and yeah, oh, sorry, yeah. So, but after that we should highlight these steps. So, so determining the significance of the exposure. This is the first point here. So we have this imported engines. Let's add the gray background to it. And we can see that yes, they are significant. So that's why we have to deal with this. Then next thing, determining the preferred change of the exchange rate. The euro should appreciate against the US dollar. And then oops. Let's check that. Can we expect this appreciation or not? And after that, a Excel forecast said that it's depreciating. So it's, yeah. So this is set. Simulation with gauge model. Scenarios were provided by the macro model. It's also suggested. Okay, here in this case it said that euro will start appreciate. So at least if I'm not interpreted in the wrong direction, but since I'm using the same data, so anyway it provides mixed results. So okay, and yes, after that we had this. Value and profit report. Just now I'm running out of space, so let's choose this one. No, it's still not enough. Some people would say that I should just use on a second slide, but I would like to put everything here because streamlining is much better. Oh, come on. Okay, and what was the conclusion? Oh, I did not provide any conclusion at the end of the... Okay. So... yeah. So practically the value of the company will, by using the options, practically we can fix the value around the expected exchange rate scenario. So I would choose option or total hedge. Value and okay, the first year's losses will be quite high because of the option fees, but after that we can see the same effect that okay, there is not so much difference if exchange rates are behaving nicely, but if they are not nice, then ugly things can happen with the profitability. So practically this is just smoothing out profitability. So fixes value and profit around the expected scenario. And now I should locate this thing somewhere. We should come here. Okay. And simulation with Gauge model, I should also add the data from there. I already started to use this gray color, so in this case we can highlight that, okay, this is related to there. Just not that ugly. Okay, you are always making nicer presentations than me, so okay, it's students are or expert. Just in this case we can see all the relevant data that okay, we have this engine imported, we have to expect this, then when we were running the forecast it was providing us mixed pictures, but at least we have some data to test, stress test practically the business strategy, and still we can see that okay, practically still the company will be profitable and still the value will be positive and still the value will be above. So I should change the settings, because this was the original value of the company without any changes, and we can see that yeah, the added value is still there. So let's highlight it as well again, because this is what we worked on during the entire semester, that we love this money. Okay, so after we highlighted everything, then we need to conclude the strategy. So we can expect that, okay, let's assume that we would like to make this strategy happen. So what kind of, how can we earn money on this? So obviously, if we are using so many resources to analyze a company and after that to see that how can we improve profitability, obviously this will have this investment motivation behind that. So let's assume that we purchase the company 60% company for the original 1000 and something value. Baseline. Yeah. Okay, but still I need So we implement the strategy, and after that we have this exit strategy. So at the end of the 5th year, we will sell our shares on the market. Or if we can find some nice investor, then we can sell it, it doesn't matter. So we will sell it to someone. There will be a liquidation event. And in this case we can see that that was the latest expectation. So what was the, yeah, Okay, then don't. Value. Yeah, this is the value. For the whole company we can, so the valuation will be around this one, so obviously for the whole share package we can get 2. Therefore, the added value of the it's 2.6 billion euros. This is what we can earn if we are implementing everything and if we are lucky. So, but practically we tested at least 2 kind of risks. So obviously, additional risk can be that the technical issues, but also technical issues were added because the probability of success and failure was added, and also it was highly conservative, so we added engineering risk as well to the game. So maybe we can highlight this as well. So engineering or technological risk is also represented that in the first year we don't expect to run everything completely well, and after that, once experience is accumulating, then we can see that in the 3rd year we don't have to build anything, and only in the 4th year we have to build only 2 first stages, and this is how we can keep our costs relatively low. So you have to build up or use only 8 slides. It can be completely enough. And also you can utilize the key points of the assignments. So